Well, I'd like to thank you all today for being part of this special event for me and my family and our committee members.
4 years ago, I started volunteering at the Alberta Children's Hospital in Calgary. This was always a highlight of my week. Seeing how much joy and impact a volunteer brought to a patient's life every time we walked in the room left me wanting more. From there, Curtis and I got more involved with the hospital and the Ronald McDonald House, including visits, pumpkin carving, and any other opportunity that came our way. It really hit home after our first daughter, Carter, was born and admitted to the NICU. By the grace of God, her stay was very short before we got to take home a healthy baby. We'll never forget the desperation and fear of the unknown we experienced at that time. We can only emphasize on a small scale how important family is when you're faced with unexpected challenges. Therefore, when brainstorming the idea of a charity event, we knew exactly where our funds would be directed. This house is an amazing place full of angels to support you in your own story. God bless each and every one of you on your journey. There is no place that deserves this money more.
Hosting this rodeo was something that Jim Barry, Kyle Danes, and myself have talked about for a long time. We were finally amazed with the success the event had and the title sponsors and the support that the community had and our committee did for us. I hope that one day this event, that the contestants all are in line waiting to knock at the door to be a part of it. I would acknowledge my committee members that are here today. If you wouldn't mind waving your hand when I say your name. Donnie Grant, Dave Appleby, my dad Mel Glencross, Brandy Closter, or Angletwit, and my brother-in-law Kelsey. I'd like to thank an extra thank you to them with the logistics part, the finances, the planning, and the legalities. They did more than enough for us. We had a pleasure of working very close with the Ronald McDonald House, both Red Deer and Calgary, in planning of the two-day event, and could not have partnered with a better organization. This is a special place that touches all of us, all of our hearts, and we're extremely touched by the impact that this home does for families just like ours. On that note, I'd like to welcome Larry to accept the check for $136,000 for the Ronald McDonald House in Red Deer. Do you guys want to come up, committee member?
Photos or whatever. We can do that. Come over here. I'll move this one out of your way. Thank Curtis and Tanya and the organizing committee. It was a fantastic event this summer, and it was exciting to see it come together so quickly and so profitably. But for us, what this means is we open this house end of February, almost beginning of the next month, and we've already served 144 families in this house since that time. And we kind of built to grow into this house a little bit for this center. We have 11 suites, but actually already this month we reached capacity for the first time. So that was very exciting for us and a little scary as well, because you know that once you reach capacity, then you have to start turning families away. But this support will go a long way in helping us operate the house for families in Red Deer. And thank you.
Thank you to Larry and the entire Ronald McDonald Group for the work that they do. The second party that we're thrilled to support was Hockey Alberta Foundation. 30% of the rodeo fundraising will be directed to support minor hockey in Alberta. This is also something that was extremely important to me and my family and our committee. We want to do everything we can to give opportunity to anyone who may not have the means to play hockey and play the game that we love. I'd like to welcome Scott Robinson from Hockey Alberta Foundation to accept $60,000 check for Alberta Hockey Foundation and speak a bit about what the donation will do.
little shorter than you guys. Obviously, I wasn't much of a hockey player. Just want to say thank you so much, Curtis, to you and your family, and the great work that the event did out there. This is certainly a fantastic partnership for us. We hope that we can do much more to promote the event and make it even bigger in the future for you. The Hockey Alberta Foundation supports a program called Every Kid, Every Community, and the funds from this great event here will support Every Kid, Every Community project, which is fairly unique in that we're trying to provide grants to communities to create programs that get more kids involved in the game. And we've been successful so far. We've distributed over $60,000 in grants over the last 3 years, and been able to bring the game to 700 kids who would never have that chance to play the game of hockey in Alberta, organized hockey, because of their situation and their circumstance. So we're going to focus these funds here on Central Alberta, and we're going to try and come up with some projects here in the next year to get those kids involved in the game. And we certainly look forward to sharing the results of that, and these funds will go a long way to make the difference. So thank you very much. It's a fantastic contribution, and you should be very proud of the accomplishments that you've had here. It's if we had as many people like Curtis, who are homegrown Alberta boys playing in Alberta, making these kinds of contributions, not just but hockey, but to some of the other charities. I know there's some really good ones as well that do a great job. We would be a much better place. So thank you.
Thank you to both these organizations. I cannot speak highly enough about them, the amazing things both these groups do. Especially hearing from both Larry and Scott, you really realize, where it's all going and the people that it's going to really benefit. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for everything. We cannot wait for next year's event to start.